Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Daily Dose. We are kicking it off on the Yawning Way here on Dynasty Scrolls. If you are new or visiting, welcome, of course. Let me know in the comment section below how you found out of this page, just so I know that Hawaiian's efforts aren't falling short on Facebook. Not that I doubt him for a second. And of course, if you want to, you can always jump into our One Above All Discord. It'll be in the link in the description box below. But in terms of today's video, I figured we keep it as short and sweet as possible. Realistically, there's not a lot going on in the world. If you haven't already done this and it's available, make sure you do your divine weapons and your side quests. Grab out those juicy shards. But honestly, there's not really too much else that's going on. Um, it's really just it feels so quiet. It's unusual. We did manage to snag the 7-star sword and the blue blade, which isn't too bad. I am kind of sussing out the best possible setup for artifacts on this account. Kind of learning things through, not taking it super serious, I should say, or competitive. Just having a little bit of fun on the Yawning Way. We did hit 1 billion, so that's pretty cool in its own right. However, there are a couple of things that we should probably talk a little bit about. There is a lot of speculation when the newest heroes, or the special heroes, or mystic heroes, or mythic heroes, whatever the fuck kind of heroes you want to call them, these generation heroes are actually going to appear on global server. And of course, when they do, how much are they going to cost? What sort of events it will be? I can only really speculate it's going to be very similar to the Time Hero event. It's going to probably require additional forms of currency, so you won't be able to pull like the limited heroes. You'll need a separate set, and it's maybe going to have a pity system. I'm hoping that they incorporate the same sort of pity system as Tokugawa's one. However, they are probably going to think of profit above all. I know it's definitely going to cost some gold, so make sure you're not in a deficit situation, because that will kind of suck if they decided to say roll it out tomorrow and ever be like, fuck, I just spent all my gold. It's always nice to have a little bit of a reserve when that happens. But in terms of the event, pretty stock standard. We're used to seeing limited hero events by now, so if you're new or you're just looking at the game from a first time kind of perspective, make sure you check out some of the other previous videos on the channel, some of the beginner guides, a little bit more of a sneak preview, because we won't be going too much in depth about this. We're just going to talk about the very sort of basic concepts of the nations. So the drop rate is still pretty fucking low compared to the Korean server, which I'm finding is woefully much more available in terms of accessibility of legendaries. But here, you pretty much get a selection chest. Out of that, you can pick the best heroes. You need to build pretty much all of these regardless. So, spoiler alert, you're still going to have to build all of these regardless if you go with the time heroes or the mythic heroes, special heroes, whatever you want to call them, mystic ones. Still gonna have to build these guys, so you do need to do these events. What I recommend, is you time it for when nobody else is competing, or there's a very small pool of people competing, so you can maximize potential rewards. They are juicy rewards, by the way. I think we've only got jet lag at number 1. What are the reward tables? Can I see a reward table? I can't. So it's about 300, 220. 160, I believe, or 120 after that. Then it's 90 and 60 and 30. They go all the way down. You need to get 600 points to be on the table. So we're heading towards that direction. We'll be able to see that in a second. However, you can get overlapped on the last day. There's no guarantees in this game. Of course, anybody can snipe you. There's the fucking rewards right there. I'm looking at it on the screen. So it's 220, 160, 120, 90, 60, and 30. So there's only 10 spots to get it. The last reward is 30 shards. It is something. It's a consolation prize. Obviously, everybody wants to get the highest rewards. It could be an opportunity right now because of the lull to snag some of those, depending on your server. To each their own, though. What I would say, though, is try to focus on getting all of your heroes to 4-star and then one hero to 7 star, and then the next hero to 7 star. Because at 4 star, they get their sort of second talent upgrade. Whereas, 7 star, it's going to take you a long time to build one hero to 7 star. Granted, they're going to be pretty strong. However, if the rest of your team's pretty weak, they're all going to die anyway. I recommend getting them to 4 star, then focusing on one hero up to 7, and then the next one, and so on and so forth. The strongest heroes by far are the Generation 5 heroes. So, for instance, in the Wu Nation, it is going to be Zhao Shi. He has a very interesting thing called Fire Deity. Basically, burns a lot of people, and they can't have that burn removed because it's unremovable. Then, of course, you've got Guan Yu of the Shu Nation. He has a pretty interesting ability. Essentially, he becomes immune to silence and stun, and he can chain his rage together because he can get rage back to him. But he also does a little bit of a damage, I guess, mitigation buff for your team as well. Realistically, this guy he becomes really tanky. He becomes really tanky. He self buffs himself at higher levels, if I remember correctly. I think by now I'm pretty familiar with most of the heroes, although I am no expert for sure. I think he does do something. Doesn't he do something? All allies gain damage reduction and increase his own damage by 30%, but I'm not sure where is the increased damage. Is it 4? I feel like he increases, yeah, at 4 star he increases his own damage by 20%. Does he do it at his base form though? That'd be interesting. No, he doesn't do it at his base form. Okay, so at 4 star, again, a good example. He gets an upgrade where he buffs his own damage, and those damages do stack up with everything else within the party. Kind of nice, kind of cool, kind of a beast. Then they've got Chow Chow or Sao Sao, the man himself. He pretty much just freezes everyone. That's literally what he does. He reduces their damage bonus, freezes them, locks them all up, and then deals extra damage to them. Pretty much just a CC hero. He does do quite a bit of damage, but out of all of the heroes in Wei, I would say, Zhan Yu and Dian Wei are probably the strongest at the moment in terms of raw DPS, or the ones that I've seen so far. But in terms of Warlord, of course, my favorite nation out of all of them. Lu Bu is just a beast. He's a one-man killing machine. Unfortunately, he doesn't attack everyone. He attacks in a column, and he can stun them. And yeah, he just does extra damage. Let's just be honest. He just does lots of extra damage, and if he can't, for some reason, gets like out attacked leveled, he just inflicts stun on them. So yeah, he's a kind of a nasty hero. Um, Definitely worth investing in if you are a warlord. I 1000% recommend going for Lu Bu if you have that option because he's going to make your team into a dynamite team and give you that much needed burst damage. Now, that's pretty much it as briefly as I possibly could get it down to. What I'm going to do though is make some pulls. Where is it? Where is it? I think I need 10 more shards of Zhao Jia. No, no, no. Juju. I need 10 more shards of you so that I can finish off Demon's Roar. I did do them previously. I honestly didn't fucking get very much luck by pulling this. It would suck if I did get a full hot copy of a Warlord. One, two, three. Yep. I mean, you basically average out about six, I'd say, six a pull, almost to the point. Every time you do a 10 bomb, you get pretty much six of these legendary shards. But that's a bit of an example. They look like this. Then you go into your bag, you pull them out. And what do we need? I mean, like, let's be honest, it was just too fucking 11. We needed him. It all makes sense in a second. And this is another reason why you pretty much are stuck doing limited hero events. You need them for the combo charms. It's just it's unavoidable. Like you're gonna find yourself in that situation where you're like, fuck, now I need to get the shit to awaken it. And this is what I mean. So we had Gao obviously being away nation, then we needed him. Demon's Roar is up there. Probably I know I'd say like top three charms at the moment would be Demon's Roar. Moonlight is arguably the best charm, then Demon's Roar. And then I think you could probably weigh up Sons of the World or the Heaven's Inferno being up there as well as pretty good. Let's put you there. Actually, let's put you slot 1 and let's put Ground Spike there. We'll keep the healing charm because why not? So we'll upgrade this guy in a second. Can we upgrade you? Ah, we can awaken you. Very nice. Thankfully, we are starting to farm the required amounts of these. However, you do need to start starring them up to get any further. So that's another incentive to save your gold merit badges for the, I guess, what are they? The arms race. That's the one. You're going to need to spend a lot of them to upgrade your charms, and it is absolutely worth it. Would I recommend? I mean, I feel like this is a must use for Way Nation. Like Demon's Roar is probably the pinnacle, if I'd say. Maybe not the. It's controversial. If I say that this is the best charm for Way Nation, everybody be like, no, 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 Moonlight Dancer, it's solos. You don't need any other one. Yeah, fair enough. But each nation has their own kind of individual sort of thing that you want to go with, and we all know Moonlight's OP until they nerf it into the ground, which they probably will do. If you're playing on any of the other servers and platforms, you probably can see the direction that the game is heading. I'd say that they're probably going to find ways to mitigate the effectiveness of certain charms and certain annoying heroes like Dao Chan and the Moonlight Fan. That's just me speculating though. I don't want to see it happen because that's what I built on Warlord, but if enough people whinge about it, that will be the case. But this is pretty much in a nutshell. Unfortunately, we didn't, well, maybe fortunately and unfortunately at the same time, we didn't really get too many legendary shards. I would say it is definitely a gamble, regardless. Any way you look at it, time it. As you can see, we're second spot now. I think I spent about $20 to get there. Honestly, I probably will end this event out with 1,000 points, maybe a little bit more, a little bit less. It'd be nice if I landed myself in the top 10. We'll have to see. Any additional shards are definitely going towards Chow Chow because I want to 4-star him. Pretty much halfway there to getting to 4-star anyway. So after I get him to 4-star, I will start to work on this guy, get him up to 4-star next. Then obviously Danwei, I can get his shards pretty easily. It's going to be Gao, the fisherman, after that. And when Tokugawa comes out again, we will get Tokugawa up to 4-star if we can get the RNG to do that. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. There's literally nothing else to cover, but we will catch you in the next one. So stay tuned. We probably will do a gold guide tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Wednesday. Yeah, we can do a gold guide tomorrow. Okay, so stay tuned for that. We'll do a gold guide and answer some of the questions that PB gets the most. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. See you next one.